Now this figure 20-5A deals with transformers when they're not required to be readily accessible. Accessible rule applies, but not readily accessible as defined in Article 100 of the NEC. So notice where they're mounted, hung from the ceiling with the proper supports, or they're maybe on a rack or whatever, but they're not down at grade level, they're up high. They're not required to be readily accessible by 450.13a, and this is just so that these transformers do not have to be readily accessible, where sometimes the authority having jurisdiction, engineers, electricians, think of them as having to be floor mounted and have the same readily accessible rules: 3 foot in front, 6.5 foot headroom, a 30-inch width, or the width of the equipment is outlined in this table that you see in the diagram, 110.26A1. So that's what this figure 20-5A is illustrating. Transformers hung from the wall or ceiling shall not be required to be readily accessible, but they are required to be accessible for maintenance and so forth.